Hi guys. Uh, in this video, I'm trying to analyze and show you guys how the recent cryptocurrency world is doing and what is basically driving this surge in um, the price of Bitcoin. How the Bitcoin price is getting so much high. So in this video, what I'll do is I'll discuss how this entire thing is working, how the real money is getting converted into um, um, cryptocurrencies, and different cryptocurrencies are getting created, and how the people are making money, and then I'll discuss why the Bitcoin price is so high, and then third thing that I'll discuss is are the rumors. So there are rumors, there are people talking um, that Bitcoin will crash uh, at some time. So I'll analyze whether it is true, it is not true, and then the second thing that I'll do is I'll discuss the other rumor that people say that Bitcoin at some stage will be uh, the price of Bitcoin will be 1 million US dollar for one Bitcoin. Can that happen or not happen? So in this short video, I'll try to summarize all these things, and we will see how things are working and what is going on. So uh, first thing, we need to know how the things are working. So people with their savings, with their earnings, they have all their money in their banks, right? So when they have their money in bank, and they see some success stories of people telling them, okay, I've started Bitcoin and trading, and I purchased a Bitcoin for 2,500 US dollar, and I'm able to sell it for 15,000 US dollar in just uh, a matter of 6 months, and my money got so much um, increased. So that is the tempting factor uh, of attracting people towards Bitcoin and different cryptocurrencies. So that is where people are investing their money, which is sitting in their banks, into this crypto world. So what they do is, uh, first they select a cryptocurrency exchange. These exchanges are the places where uh, people buy or sell uh, their cryptocurrencies. So when they deposit their money in these exchanges, they the people who are looking to purchase, they bid for a particular cryptocurrency, saying that okay, I'll buy this cryptocurrency or this Bitcoin for this rate. And to for them to make the purchase, there's a need that another person who is already holding on to these cryptocurrencies is willing to sell at that rate. So there's someone who is selling, that is why the other person is able to purchase, and there's someone who's purchasing, that is why other person is able to sell. So exchanges by itself do not make Bitcoins or any cryptocurrencies. They just uh, facilitate the people who are owning Bitcoins, or who are owning different cryptocurrencies, and they just let them sell their Bitcoins to the new people. And there are another type of people who try to purchase Bitcoin at a lower level and then sell it to a higher price. So that also happens in this market. So but the key point is the the person who wants to purchase any cryptocurrency needs to have another person who wants to sell it. If there's nobody selling, then a new person cannot purchase it. So but the people are selling because this cryptocurrency is of no use uh, if they don't convert it into a real currency, which is US dollars or whatever. So so whatever currency you want to uh, have, you need to you need your cryptocurrencies to be changed to that real currency. So that is where uh, people who are owning these currencies are actually driven towards selling their coins, and the new people are coming in just by knowing these success stories, as this Bitcoin have gone from 3000 US dollar in July to 15,000 US dollar in December. So imagine a person who have purchased two Bitcoins or three Bitcoins. Um, a person who have purchased three Bitcoins for 9,000 US dollars uh, would be selling it now for 45,000 US dollars. So 9,000 convert becomes 45,000 US dollars. This is what uh, this story is selling it. So new people are buying it at 15,000 US dollar, thinking that in some months they will be able to sell it for even higher price. So uh, this uh, this is what is driving this um upsurge. So why Bitcoin is priced so high? So there are so many currencies. There is Ripple, which is fraction of a dollar, and then there is Ethereum, which is around 4,000 US 400 US dollars. There is Monero, which is around 250 US dollars. There's Bitcoin Cash, which is 1,200 US dollars. Why Bitcoin is priced so high? So the reason is it is the most famous currency, and this is the currency which is leading people towards cryptocurrency world. So anybody who is entering the cryptocurrency world is knowing this thing, that this currency have uh, made wonders for people. The people who have started with 3,000 US dollars uh, are now selling their Bitcoin for 15,000 US dollar in just 6 months. So the new people are thinking that if they jump in this train and they buy it for 15,000 US dollar, they might be able to sell it for 30 30,000 US dollar in some time. This is what their uh, driving force is. That is why people are purchasing it. So every time the sellers see that there's demand, there are people who are desperate enough to give a higher bid to have a purchase. So for purchasing, it is necessary that the purchaser bid the highest among all the other purchasers, and the seller needs to sell it at a bid which is lesser than all other sellers. So he anybody who's having holding on to bitcoins can only sell his bitcoins if his bid is lesser than all the other bidders, and the purchasers are willing to purchase at his bid. So this is what happening, and in this way, whenever uh, um, a seller sees people desperate enough to give a higher bid, they they sell a fraction of their uh, Bitcoin, and then increase the second bid a bit more, and then the third bid a little bit more, and people who are buying, they keep on giving a better bid. So that's how it is creeping up all the time, and after every transaction the value is going sky high. Can we have a big crash in Bitcoin rate? So my answer is obviously yes. The reason is because the price is so high, and new investors. So if you see the new investors, I would like you to focus on so to focus on the third column in this um, screenshot on top. So this column tells us what the bidders who are the purchasers are trying to purchase, how many units of bitcoins these purchasers are trying to purchase. So if you see, there's not much. So no one is even bidding for a one bitcoin. So all the bidders are bidding for fraction of a bitcoin. So imagine, um, if somebody who is holding on to these bitcoins from a long time, and he is willing, he needs money. He thinks that now it have reached a position where if I get exit and I convert these bitcoins into real money, um, I will be able to show profit to the world that I've made something with bitcoins. So I've made enough. So there are people who are holding on to 10 bitcoins or 20 bitcoins. Imagine if they are able to sell it for uh, 15,000 US dollars per bitcoin. So person who is holding on to 10 bitcoins, uh, he will be he will get 150,000 US dollars. They can buy a home in US if somebody have a 150,000 US dollars, they can buy a home. so so person who have started with 10 bitcoins and now he wants to exit, what he'll do? So for selling 10, he needs to fulfill all these bids. So nobody is buying 10 at this high rate. These people are bidding for fraction of a bitcoin. So imagine how difficult it would be for selling something like 20, 25, 30 bitcoins. It will be so difficult that if the purchasers are not bidding that much high amount of bitcoins, then he and the other person who is willing to sell it, he's really looking to sell it and looking to make money and looking to uh, take an exit now at this point. Then what he'll do, he have to fulfill all these requests that are coming in. So um, so I am sure to fulfill even selling 5 bitcoins, um, all these bits that are, if you see the fourth column in this screenshot. So these are different bits. This guy wants first guy wants 0.08% of a Bitcoin uh, at a rate of 14,019, and then the other guy is bidding another fraction of a Bitcoin at 14,014, and then the other person is bidding another portion of a Bitcoin at 14,011. So this, so a guy who was holding on to bitcoins and he wants to exit out, what he'll do, he have to place a bid so that he be able to sell all his bitcoins. So if he'll be selling 5 bitcoins, then he have to set the price at which all these bits get matched. So only then he'll be able to sell it. So imagine if somebody comes up and try to sell 34 or 30 bitcoins, what he'll have to do? He'll have to reduce the price. He'll have to accept the bids of the lesser bidders. And it is that moment when this market will come to dust. It will go down. It will surely go down. And the reason for it to go down is, if you see, um, any market, any share market, anything. So when the sellers start selling, all the new purchasers who are purchasing at a higher rate, they start panicking, because nobody is taking Bitcoin to have a loss. Everybody is looking to have a profit in Bitcoins. They are made to think that this Bitcoin is going to give them higher profit, at least, if not 100%, then at least 50% profit on their money, on their investment. They they are they are they are given this thought that whatever amount of Bitcoin you will purchase, you will able to sell it for 20, 25, 30, even 40,000 US dollar. So that is where people are purchasing it. That is why people are purchasing it. But what if somebody have a Bitcoin, uh, 5 Bitcoin, and he's having trouble in selling it? Nobody is willing to purchase 5 Bitcoins for even 10,000 US dollars. I will not purchase it. Means 10,000 US dollar for 5 Bitcoins means, uh, 50,000 US dollar. I don't have 50,000. And forget about 15,000 per Bitcoin. 15,000 Bitcoin and 5 Bitcoins means how much? 30 times 30, 60, 75. 75,000 US dollars for 5 Bitcoins. Very tough ask. And then this is for 5. What if somebody is selling 20 Bitcoins? Those are the main people who are holding on to these Bitcoins. It is them who will decide when this market will crash. Excuse me. So those are the people who are holding on to these Bitcoins in numbers. They have 50 Bitcoins, 100 Bitcoins, 200 Bitcoins, 250 Bitcoins. Those are the people who will decide when this market will crash. Because when they'll come out to sell their Bitcoins, this market will go down. I'm 100% sure this market will crash. And when the prices will be coming down, people who are purchasing it at a higher rate, they will panic. They will start selling whatever they have at whatever rate they can get. And and once they will face some loss, I don't think they will invest again. So whenever that loss will happen, they it will shy away all the people, and then new people will start buying it. So so then when it crashes down and the value comes down, and then again the new people who are sitting on the sideline and watching the game from an outsider point of view, they will start doing it, because they know that there are enough people who are crazy behind doubling their money. So now whenever it will drop, those people will jump in and they'll invest. So this is what happened again. So it will drop to 9,000 or 8,000 or 10,000, whatever reasonable price, and then again the new people will jump in. Okay, now we want to invest, and we want to go again towards the 15,000 mark. Then it will drop again, and then new people will come in, and they'll make it go high again to 15,000. So that is how it will happen until there are people who want to try it out, and once they all are exhausted, it will come down, because it will not stay, it will not, it will not stay at a higher rate. This is for sure. Can Bitcoin rate reach 1 million US dollar? uh no, there are going to be 21 million bitcoins in total. This is already decided. This is how this algorithm is written. There are different cryptocurrencies. Every currency is have a different algorithm, and there is a fixed rate at which a new bitcoin is created or new cryptocurrency is created. So that is done through mining, and the way this bitcoins are getting increased by mining, uh, that speed is now very slow. So the supply is very less while the demand is very high. So it is going higher. But imagine once again, so see this screenshot on the right side. There's a guy who wants to sell 34 bitcoins at a rate of 15,500 US dollar. So can he be able to sell his 35 bitcoins at a higher rate, higher than 15,500? I don't think so. um I'll be surprised if he be able to sell 10 of those at this rate, because selling 10 of those needs people giving him 150,000 US dollars. Is it possible? Can you people give him that money? Might be, but it is a tough thing for this guy to sell, because it is going to be a headache to sell these bitcoins at a higher rate, and people will get stuck with these bitcoins as the prices will go high. So people who are holding on to it, who holding on to them in numbers like 50 bitcoins, or maybe some people even have 100 bitcoins or 500 bitcoins. It is their opportunity to become a billionaire. Why would they hold on to those 500 bitcoins when they can become a real money millionaire, $1 million man, by selling that now? Why would they hold on to it? So it is up to them at what stage they want to start selling out, they want to exit, because it will be really very, very difficult to sell it out when it will be higher priced. So in my opinion, 15,000 is a good value given to Bitcoin, and maybe it will go to 17 or 18,000, but I don't see it crossing 2025. I don't see it. And let me explain you why. The reason, the things that are happening today, I'm seeing it, and that is why my belief is now more firm that it will not happen. So let me show you what is happening today. So okay, so here you go, guys. See this? These are the sell orders for today. Okay, and these are the purchase orders. Okay, people are purchasing because they think that it is coming down, but it's not actually coming down. And people who are selling. See this guy, he's trying to sell 13 bitcoins. See this another guy, he's trying to sell 52 of them. He's trying to sell 106 of them. See more, this guy is trying to sell 24 of them. See this guy, he's trying to sell 32 of them. This guy is trying to sell 17 of them. So as the price will go high, these guys have set their selling orders already. So this guy wants to sell 32. This guy wants to sell 17. This guy wants to sell 20. And see the amount they are going to get with it. So this guy, when he'll sell it for 30 for 17,000 US dollar, his 32 bitcoins will give him 548,000 US dollars. Wow. So he wants to become a 500,000 US dollar rich in one go. This guy wants to be 300,000 US dollar rich in one go. So see this one. This guy wants to sell his 20 at the rate 18,000. This guy wants to sell 23 at the rate 20,000. It's not happening, guys. It will not happen. So they'll have to reduce their prices. Like this guy, they have decided, okay, it is not going much higher, let me sell it out. So what is happening here? See these big buyer, these big holding, big people who are holding on to these bitcoins, they are selling it in regular intervals from morning, because now there is a surge in purchasers. So there is a big queue of purchasers. Purchasers are crazy. They are thinking that it is going to go higher. So there are those people who are purchasing. So these people who are holding on to big amount of bitcoins, these red lines, one, two, three, four, these are these big guys who are actually trying to sell their big bitcoins in numbers. So from from time to time, they are trying to exit out this Bitcoin market, and there are enough people who are giving them opportunity of exiting with good amount of money. So they are exiting, and people new people are giving them money for it. So, and the new people who are giving them money are not buying it in a big number. They are buying few uh, few units of a Bitcoin. They are not buying large units. So that is why, even if it goes higher, maybe it will touch 20, but after 20, even selling 10 Bitcoins will be a headache. Nobody will purchase it at 20. So at the end of the day, whoever is holding on to 10 Bitcoins will have to sell his Bitcoins at a lesser rate. He will have to put a order of 15,000 US dollar to make sure all his coins get sold, and this value will keep on coming up and down regularly. Like this, these red lines will be regular now from now onwards, because people who are having thousands of bitcoins, because remember there are 16 million or 18 million bitcoins already distributed, and the people who have entered bitcoin market earlier, they are holding on to most of the bitcoins. So for them to become rich, they have to sell them out, and this is what they are doing. They're trying to sell it in small numbers, but whenever this demand died out, whenever these people, right now, the demand is for 4,200 in 4,300 BTC. So people who are trying to purchase are looking for 4,000 BTC, while the sellers are selling 13,000 BTC. So when this demand dries out, and people get exhausted with their money, I'm sure this is going to this will drop out, and all these people who are trying to purchase it uh, will have hard time in getting any profit on their investment. Sorry to say, you guys will have tough time in selling your bitcoins. It is going to be very, very tough. So good time is now. Start selling or keep it forever and in hope that it might go up and more people will give you money to buy your this number in the computer. Now people are giving you money, but at at a higher price, it will become very difficult. That's my analysis. uh, Feel free to uh, share your thoughts on what you think about bitcoin and this recent um, increase in bitcoin price and how high it can go. Feel free to share your comments, and I'll be happy to share my thoughts again in comment. um, Cheers.